Can I get a thumbs up from everybody? Had a little bit of an event yesterday. Could not get the audio to work. So hopefully things are better today. It looks like I have good audio. Let's make sure that I am live on both of my streams. Let's go ahead and check those real quick. I am live on that one, and I am live on that one. Yeehaw. Looks like we've got good stuff. Good morning. How are you guys? Hope everything is going well. Looks like they are both up and at 'em. I think I have a good day. Outstanding. Good to see you. Hey, Steve, looking for silver. What's going on? Good morning, bud. Ringmaster Ray is in the house. Killer Strider Gaming is in the house. AZ Coins. Jackalope Herdmaster. We have, let's see, Eric Byer is here and Paula Bloom is here. Matter of fact, I'm just go ahead and pull up these two Yahoo. My guests.
The name fits.
Right? Yeah.
What's going on, Dan McCumber? How you doing? Good morning, Jeff Davis. Thanks for coming in, y'all. I appreciate it. Again, if you were in a vertical stream and you want to be in landscape, go up to the top of the chat, click on that button, and that will take you over. And I am sorry about yesterday. That was, I am coffee-ized. Okay. Yeah, yesterday was crazy.
Good morning, everybody.
So, but thank you all for being here. Definitely appreciate you all. Good morning, Eric and Paula. How are you two?
Good morning. I'm drinking coffee.
Me too. And recovering from yesterday.
Yeah, you were saying, tell us a little bit about your floor experience.
I'm putting ceramic tile down in my master. And I'm just not capable of the work I used to be able to do. So that's why I'm here, because I had to take a day off just to recover.
I'm here because I am so sore I can't work. I'm glad I'm a fallback. Thanks, Eric.
I guilted him a little bit.
That too.
Did you guilt him? Really? How did you guilt him?
I said, well, if you're not going, I'm not going.
Oh, no, we can't have that. I need my Sunday co-host.
No, I just asked him, please, pretty please.
Oh, well, thank you two for coming up. I appreciate it. Ringmaster Ray says, hi, gorgeous. Hi, honey.
Hey, Ringmaster Ray.
I was waiting for you guys to do that.
Oh, too much
I forgot
fun.
to call him yesterday. I got busy with baseball.
Oh, baseball. The grandkids.
So, yeah, two of my grandkids are playing baseball this year. My littlest, Azalea, she's so cute.
Are they the little T-ball thing?
Yes, she's doing T-ball. It's so funny to watch them. One of the little gals didn't know how she was running all over the place. She ran from first to home to second, back to home.
Oh, I think one of the funnest things I ever seen was my daughter was young. She wanted to play sports and she was trying everything. And she did the T-ball thing one time and she hit the thing and she ran into the dugout. It was like,
funny.
No, bases, honey, bases, run the bases.
It's really cute to watch them. My daughter-in-law, she is coaching that team. And then my son is coaching my 10-year-old's baseball team. And, but the little ones, they hit the ball and every single one of them stands there and watches where their ball goes. And Taylor has to take the bat from him and go, okay, go run. They're just
and then adorable. They start running, then the coach has got to stop them from running. Yeah, they run all the way around.
Oh, it's too much fun. It's too much fun to watch. The other one, I don't know if you guys have ever had the opportunity. Go watch entry taekwondo. These little 2 and 3 and 4 year olds when they do these taekwondo competitions. Oh my God, they're hilarious.
5-year-olds.
Oh, it's funny. Like you see this one kick and the kid stands there for a minute and then he goes, like a minute later. Oh, it's hilarious. I'm sorry.
They're just adorable.
Hey, good morning, Siren. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Uh,
I think I'm in the right one. I better check. Yeah, I'm in the landscape. Okay.
yeah, I'm supposed to be able. I've tried to enable something, and it doesn't seem to be working. And I'll figure it out eventually. Um, there's a way through Streamlabs now to stream and have the same chat, but it's not
Oh,
working.
really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's not working. So I'm trying to figure out how to get that to work. I thought I had enabled it, but it didn't work. But we'll get there. It's
I know
slowly
that
coming up.
Matt and Mike do that. They stream, they don't dual stream on YouTube, but they stream from YouTube and to Facebook, and they can pull both chats up from both,
Well,
um,
so
combine them.
yeah, and I don't know how to
Yeah,
combine. I thought I did, but clearly it's not. Um, but it might be because they're both on YouTube.
on
Um,
YouTube. Yeah.
I know that I have the capability. I've installed all the items to do the Instagram and the Twitch and the Twitter and all that stuff. And I'm not going to go that crazy because to try and manage all that stuff is nuts. But it's fun. It's like it's working. Siren is fine. It's like I'm always on my phone anyway. So, oh well, good Siren. So Siren is obviously in the vertical lens
She's
or
in the
vertical mode.
portrait. Yeah.
Yeah. Paula, we missed you Thursday and Friday at the She Shop.
Who said that?
Steve Lapointe.
Oh, I'll be there Tuesday, Steve. I've missed you guys too. Just stuff, life stuff.
That's what my day's been lately. Every
Yeah.
day, full of life.
Yeah, sometimes life gets in the way, and it is what
Yeah.
it is. I mean,
And last Saturday, I didn't think you were having a stream because I was literally waiting at 9:30 and nothing was planned. And then all of a sudden I looked and you had done a stream.
well, Paula was saying this yesterday, and it makes sense. While I missed a bunch of streams, like I've been waiting for one of your reveals, and I haven't got notification of any of your reveals.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Nuh-uh.
yeah. YouTube is really screwed up
And
with that.
so,
Yeah, just go and unsubscribe and resubscribe.
well,
Yeah.
but the problem
Or
is,
hit the notification button on and off.
yeah, I've toggled the
I know that with
notification.
iPhone,
What's going on,
there's
Nick's
an
Coins? How are you?
where when your iPhone updates, that you have to go in and anything you want notifications from, you have to go in and hit the notifications button and then re-notify.
Good morning, Nick.
Yeah, it's
There's
crazy.
something in the safety settings.
It's crazy stuff. I don't understand what happens in that regard because, like, I just set all my settings, just went through everything, but there's weird stuff going on. Like I talked to you just a second ago. Friday morning, I was at 1,730 subscribers. This morning, I'm at 1,973. I don't know where the hell they came from. But so like there's a lot of stuff that like I'm not getting updates, I'm not getting analytic information. I'm just YouTube is I think they're going through some stuff right now because
Menopause.
There you
well
go.
maybe
Mental pause.
Mental pause.
yeah I just don't understand what's going on. Maine is too hot. No one should live there.
Man,
That's
it's
right.
too hot. What?
right.
It's
live in
muscle
Florida.
shell. Steve says I got 2 weeks left before I return back to my apartment in Manhattan. Life is much different in the Bronx. Oh, I bet it is. I didn't even know you lived in New York, Steve. So, but yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. Weird stuff happened, and then I already told you guys what happened with me yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Why I was having all of my issues. So I actually had a real intrusion event, like somebody was trying to hack my stream. So, or my computer, like my home computer. So I had monitors were trying to change and things were changing, and eventually my system got locked down. Had to contact McAfee and reset everything. So yesterday was a mess, but I appreciate you all for bearing with me yesterday morning upon the reset. So, but I actually lost a bunch of subscribers yesterday from that morning event.
I
Oh,
thought you
really?
got subscribers.
I lost like 9 from that event. I've gained a bunch
really?
more, but yeah, like
Yeah.
9 people unsubscribed at that event.
Well, boo.
I know, that's what I said. So it is what it is. Doesn't matter. But Yeah, it's crazy. So like the number that's on the screen, that
I'll be right
1950,
back.
that's what I set when I set my stream up this morning. And it's not updating. I'm not getting the updates because I'm already at 1974 subs. Like I've gained in the last 35 minutes, I've gained 24 subs. So
It
I'm
might
not,
have something to do with that phone thing.
it might be. I'm not sure what's going on. There's just some weird stuff going on with YouTube right now. Um, Updates are not happening. I'm not getting alerts. Like my video analytics will show that I've got like 22,000 views on something, but my analytic numbers will show that it's like 800, 900 views. So it just the numbers just are not adding up. I'm not sure where they're coming from or what's happening. So funky stuff. Hopefully it gets resolved soon, but it will all work out. I don't mind. I mean, keep throwing subs my way. I'm happy. I'll be at 2,000 subs by noon at this pace. So yeah, it's been a little while, Steve. So Steve says YouTube's been out of whack for months now. The last couple of weeks have just been like really weird.
Well, don't count on YouTube is really good at taking away subs.
Oh,
They
I'm
took-
expecting it to drop. I'm expecting it to drop, but it's just been really
they
weird.
took like 250 from Copper Coins about a month ago.
Yep. They're really, really good at I'm surprised they added any.
Well, but the thing is with all the issues that they have, like I would get like 40 subs and then I would lose 25.
Yeah.
And then I would get, it's crazy, Rural Girl. It doesn't make sense to me. So I would get like 80 subs and then I would get, 60 down and then I'd get like 20 of them back and then I'd lose 50 of them and then I'd get, 80 more and then I'd lose 65. And so they were big cycles. And then I would gain like 15 back out of that initial 60 push.
I know we've never had that problem either, Nick. We've never had that problem.
So
but
I don't.
It only happened the one time with us.
Yeah.
Well, it's happened 2 or 3 times with me. Where it's been this big influx and then it drops, and then it's big influx and then it drops, and it's big influx and then it drops.
Well, I know that I've been unsubscribed from Joe McBride's channel twice.
I've been.
Well, I do that on purpose.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's Joe McBride. But see, if you look at the number here, right? So this number pulls from YouTube. My number on the StreamYard side isn't updating despite getting subs. So YouTube it's not pushing out information properly. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It's crazy.
Yeah, I can, Nick. You can only see the chat from one stream.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can see
streaming
the
2
chat
different
in,
ways.
Yeah, on the right side of the screen, it looks like it's collecting both chats.
Oh, the StreamYard chat?
No, if you go to the YouTube, he's got his screen, and then he's got like the
on the screen. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, so there
right
should
side
be
of the
2
screen.
chats. You should see what's on the
Yeah.
screen, and then you should be able to see all the rest of it. Everything should be merging.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah. Well, you're just in here watching what's on
I'm
one
in
side. Yeah.
StreamYard. Yeah.
So we are the redheaded stepchild. Maybe. It's just been weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. My channel's growing. I'm happy and whatever, but it is what it is. No big deals. I just think it's cool. So hopefully I'm getting back all those subs that they stripped, because we were talking about this in Tiger's stream the other day. If you create a bunch of accounts, shadow accounts, YouTube will eventually pull those, right? If they look at double dip and Frosty, maybe, but they'll pull a lot of those accounts because they'll see that they're not active, and they'll actually pull them from you. So, but yeah, I was unsubscribed to Ida's channel. I was unsubscribed to Coin Crew, and it's like I'm in their channels all the time, so I don't understand how I can be unsubscribed to them. But YouTube does some weird stuff. You remember when Coin Crew had all of their moderators at one time removed.
We've actually had that happen to where it removed moderators and you couldn't remoderate anybody.
Yeah. And so they had the same thing. Well, I mean, Chuck had to happen. It was about 3 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was only like 3 people.
Yeah. You could only have like one person.
I hadn't been in Chuck's in a long time, and I went in and I still had mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been really weird to see some of the stuff that's gone on, just craziness with YouTube lately. So hopefully,
I don't really pay that close attention to our subs anymore anyway, because it's like watching molasses.
Paint dry.
Yes.
So Muscle Shell, is that my problem? I'm not growing because I'm not a good channel and I'm not consistent.
10 new people. It is. It's like watching paint dry. I don't care. The people that we have in our stream are there because they're there for the right reasons, and that's all that matters to me. So
yeah, Real Girl on the other chat said I think it'd be nice if they would explain all the numbers to the creators. They won't do this. What's going on, Anxious? Good to see you.
What does that mean?
So like when you're looking at like your analytics, when you're looking at how you get subs, when you're looking at your actual subscriptions, so that's all there, but you have to understand their kind of analytic makeup. So
well, they have a channel too, and they explain on their channel all of that stuff. So if you go to YouTube,
but they don't give you all the information.
No, they do.
No, they don't. They won't give you the breakdown of how the analytics. So there's like when you're doing live streams, I'll give you an example where they don't do a very good job of this. So when you do a live stream and you look at your numbers, how long does it take for your live stream numbers to appear in your actual hours sheet?
Hey guys, I got to answer the door. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Okay, tell them I said hi.
So it takes up to 48 hours for your live stream information to show up in your analytics. So when you're looking at analytics and you look at your information, then what you'll see it doesn't match. And so a lot of people who don't understand the fact that you can actually go in and monitor your live stream hours during your live stream. You can actually turn on your analytics. You can go into your stream, go into the analytics section and watch that, have that screen open while you're doing your live stream. And then at the end of the live stream, it'll break down your hours for you. But they don't explain that very clearly. I've watched a number of videos from YouTube and it's not explained very clearly. It was explained better to me by Keith and by Great Scott than it was by YouTube. And I've looked and looked and looked. It could not make heads or tails of it. A lot of people don't think that YouTube hours, the live hours, count for your time. And it's like, no, they absolutely count for your hours. Now, the YouTube shorts don't count for your hours, but the long hours do. Your lives do. They count for that long format content. But you might not see them there because they show up, 48 hours later. But if you look at both analytics, look at both locations of your analytics, then they will show up in both locations. YouTube doesn't explain that very well. Now there are other channels. One channel that does really good is vidIQ. vidIQ does a really good job of explaining a lot of those things, looking at that kind of stuff. They're more about how to get subs and do all that stuff. But there are some channels that are really good about doing it. YouTube themselves, I don't find them that great. That's my personal opinion. So
Nick, so me personally, like my own coins, no, because I don't have time to really look at coins anymore because I am so busy looking at everybody else's coins.
You need to make time.
I know I do. I do need to make time because
I have the same problem.
I do. I need to have some fun, but it is fun for me to look at like we have an outstanding coin right now in the email. And I get to tell that person that they have an outstanding coin. Yep. That to me is super fun.
Oh, that's cool.
I totally understand. When I do those reveals, I find coins for other people, and it's just as gratifying to find them for you guys as it is for me.
Yes. So yeah, that's super fun. And on the Facebook groups too, I get to tell people, well, sometimes it's really fun to tell people that they don't have what they think they have, because
I
those
just
people,
shuddered when you said the Facebook groups.
I know, because, well, some of those people are real jerks. So I have a good time sometimes playing with them.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for it.
I know.
Hey, what's going on, Kane?
I
Good to see
do,
you, buddy.
People tell me I do. I don't feel like I have patience, because
You
at the-
must, because I mean, but you do get on their case.
I do get on their case.
Yeah.
I play with them a little bit, only when they become jerks. If they're receptive of what I'm telling them and they are appreciative, and even if they're not agreeing, but they're asking me legit questions, like, why do you say that? Why is it like that? Why can't it be this?
Why are you so mean? Why do you like to crush my dreams?
Right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I don't, everybody, but sometimes they become like, they're like, well, here's a scenario that I get all the time in the Facebook groups. Well, I took it to my coin shop and they told me it was really special, and that I should send it in to Heritage Auctions. And then I showed it to Heritage Auctions and they offered to buy it from me for $10 million gazillion.
Yeah, that's when you say,
well,
you
why
must
didn't
not
you
go to
sell
a
it
good
to 'em
coin
then?
shop, because
Yeah,
they
why
would have
didn't you
wanted to
sell it
buy
to
it if
them?
it was so
Exactly.
special.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So that's I get that a lot. So I get to play with those people a little bit.
Oh
Because
no, she
they
doesn't.
don't understand
Not a little
that
bit.
I don't.
She digs in
Yeah.
hard. Good morning, Amanda. How are you, my
I
friend?
still like the one. Oh, you're a big man.
I know, right? Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I don't know if my buddy Joe is watching, but if Joe is watching, not Joe McBride, but my buddy, my other buddy Joe, if you're watching, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
Frostbyte's buddy
birthday.
Joe.
I don't know if he's going to come up. No, this is a guy from, I cycle with him and I've known him for years. So
Nice.
I just got notification that he was around.
They are jerks. They can be real jerks. Like, I mean, I've had naked pictures sent to me, and not in a good way.
No, like full on weenie poses.
Frontal, like, yeah, here you go, lady. Yeah.
See,
So.
what people don't understand about that, and really it's kind of unfortunate, is that people don't realize.
I saved them too, Nick, if you want to see them.
Nice.
Well,
I did. I saved every single one of them.
People need to understand that's actually sexual assault.
Yeah, well, here's the deal. Facebook is just like eBay. You can report that stuff to the ends of the earth.
Oh, I can tell you exactly how you can.
It doesn't go against their community standards.
I can tell you exactly how you can make an impact with Facebook.
Yeah.
Send it to your local FBI office and send it to Facebook social at the same time.
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll get their attention.
Post them and call them out. No, Nick, because here's the thing. If I post them, then they'll remove my account.
Well, yeah, because
I
now
just dropped an F-bomb there, about a year ago, and I got suspended for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, assault to the eyes. Oh, separate chats between P and L streams. Yes, or sure, Stan. You can look at both chats. Again,
but I will be in Tulsa. If you guys want to see them, you can come and ask me. I will gladly show them to you. And we at the Live Point Q&A even have a folder specifically designated for those people.
Just so you know, if I make it to Tulsa, I don't want to see them.
Okay.
I'm still working on that. I hope I can do it.
Yeah, there's you got to be careful with that kind of stuff. And again, there's no need for that. But
and I never know, like,
they'll do whatever they do.
The thing is reporting them. Here's kind of the the thing with that. I don't know for sure that that's not a kid,
That's
you
right.
know,
A
or
lot of these people that are combative in those groups, they're nothing
yes.
but bot accounts that go in just to do stupid stuff, start problems.
Hmm.
It's easy to uh, be a big nasty person when you're anonymous.
Yeah.
Well, and again, it's one of those things that's unfortunate, right? Because and Facebook is horrible for that, right? Everybody's freaking
Yep.
a genius in those
Oh,
groups.
Nick, so
Whoops.
here, what's funny is that I've said this before. I do think that's part of it, and I am the last person to pull the woman card. Like, oh, I'm a girl. You're only doing that because I'm a girl. I'm the last person to pull that card. But I've
No,
had
as a
more
matter of fact,
people.
you
I have
stand up
had,
to them pretty good.
yeah, that's true. I have had more people though ask me that question lately. Even Ken Potter asked me that question not too long ago, like a week ago, and or a couple weeks ago. So I think that more people are seeing it now too, and recognizing that that is kind of a problem. And I get it, because this hobby, for the majority of its life, it's the hobby of kings. It still is a very male dominated
Yeah,
hobby.
all hobbies except for like quilting and sewing and
It's
stuff
true.
like
That
that
is
were
true.
dominated by males.
That is true. They are, because we women were too busy raising them.
Right.
So they got to play and we had to work. But anyway, I digress. Yeah. So yeah, that it is a problem. A lot of them, their egos get in the way.
Like I
And
say, a lot of them,
you
I don't even
cannot
think it's
let
egos. I think it's entertainment for them.
it could be. It could
Yep.
be.
I think
Yeah.
they're not even real accounts. And it's like the people that go on there and say, "Hey, I got this to sell." A lot of them aren't doing it to steal the money. They're doing it just to jerk somebody's chain.
There's
Oh, have you talked to Ken,
I haven't
Nick?
talked to Ken. No.
Nick said she knows him.
Oh, all
Um,
right.
he is. I love him dearly. He is a dear friend of mine. I love him dearly. He, I he will talk your ear off,
Yes.
but I love him dearly, and yeah. So
I know
I
somebody
treasure
else
it.
that's like that.
Shut up. It's true. He is a very smart guy. He is a very, very smart guy. Yeah. And there are people in this hobby that anyway, I'm not going to say anything.
There's a lot of smart people, but there's a lot of people. Yeah, I know what you're going to say. That are very condescending. And actually, there's a lot of people that do the wrong thing for the wrong reason.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So he's wanting me to be a state rep for Conecuh, and I'm considering it. Right
I
now I
don't think
don't.
that they do a whole lot.
Well, they don't, but there are things that there are things that they're asked to do that many of them don't do. They should do more than many of them do, right?
Yeah, a
There
lot.
are a
They're
lot
supposed
of
to go to the local shows and all that
They
other
are
stuff.
supposed to go to the local shows. They're supposed to go to try to do things at their local libraries or at their schools, things like that. Many many of them that are state reps are not doing what they're intended to do.
Right.
So when we're
I know
talking about
Florida.
state
I
reps, real
really
quick, Paula, explain what you mean by state reps.
So the Conecuh has state reps. Like not every state is represented. So if you go on to Conecuh's website and you look at their list of state reps, if your state does not have a rep, get a hold of Jim Motley, and if that's something that you're interested in, find out what it entails. You do need to know a little bit about errors and varieties. I'm sure they prefer that you are pretty versed in them. But check into that. But anyway, they represent the hobby, but in particular, Kaneka. And what they do is they will go to coin shows and libraries and things like that and set up educational things to teach about mostly errors and varieties, and answer questions for people and look at people's coins and just kind of promote the hobby and promote Kaneka. So I do want to do it. My problem is right now, my time is I have such a time constraint because I'm babysitting constantly. My kids and my grandkids are living with me. So I'm constantly babysitting. There's a lot of distraction.
And then you have to babysit Shannon, and
I do, and that's a full-time job in itself, and Sean. But I've got the live coin Q&A and stuff, but I would have more time if I had my own life.
So Nick, if you pay attention to my streams, I highly promote that. Right? I want to see people like Paula and people like Amanda get the respect that they deserve for the knowledge that they have. It's important to me because those two have come alongside in my journey to learn and grow as a numismatist and really understand what it is that they have inside their knowledge bank. These two ladies are brilliant, and it's important to me that people recognize that. So I will say that all the time, because Paula, I don't think people really understand how much Paula not just loves this hobby, but you guys know I like to research. This lady's a researcher. Like, she will dig in and she will read and review and ask questions and clarify. She makes relationships with some brilliant, brilliant people. So don't underestimate, both her and Amanda are amazing in this hobby, for this hobby. So please make sure you give credit where credit is due.
I am lucky.
Yeah.
I am lucky.
I'm lucky to have you as a mentor.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, seriously. I mean,
no, I do. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, because that has always been my goal.
So no, not saying she's not a pain in the ass.
I am a pain in the ass. I recognize that. I do recognize that. I am.
I don't know that that's true, Nick. I pay a lot of attention to detail.
Hey, Matt T, good to see you.
I think it's just brain makeup.
I don't know. I think that so it's, you almost have to have, so with numismatics, there's a artistic side and there's a scientific side. And you almost have to have the ability to use both sides of your brain in this hobby, and see things like multidimensional.
That's a good way of saying it. That's a good way of saying it.
And a lot of, that's why there's more men in science-based fields, right? Doctors and things like that, because I think that men, for the most part, use more of that part of their brain. And I may be totally like stereotyping people, and if I am, I apologize, but I think that historically is true. Not so much anymore. You're seeing more women get into those fields and stuff. But it's a rare thing to see people that can use both sides of their brains equally. And anyway,
so no, I fully understand what you're saying.
Putting into words what I mean.
So Dan McCumber says you have to be able to see both sides of the coin, and I want to correct that. There's actually 3 sides to the coin.
3 sides.
There's actually the obverse, the reverse, and then the forgotten side, which is the rim, right? The edge of the coin. So I always say rim. It's the edge of the coin. But again, what Paula is really trying to get at, and I don't know if you guys have been watching.
So you say rim. Comments. Remember, there's a rim on both sides.
There is a rim on both sides, yes. But Red Silver's comments just started making me laugh because he's freaking crazy. And help us find stuff that we can't find in the fridge, and find the dirt on the counters that we must have missed. And
There you go.
my helper when I drive, the one who tells me that the light's green, and well, we joke about that, but again, I really do appreciate that. But I will say that when it comes to this hobby, men look at things from a certain angle, and sometimes women will look at something a little bit different and provide insights that we might not be able to see, because they look at things different. And so it's not that we're looking at the same coin, we're seeing the same thing. Sometimes Paula can explain stuff to me that I've heard 1,000 times, but the way she describes it or the way she explains it makes sense now. There have been people who have said, here's the prime example is incusion, right? What is the incuse dye? You and I sat down, you explained it, and I was like, oh my God, it's like this. And you're like, well, that has nothing to do with coins. But yeah, that's exactly right. And forever, I will remember the understanding of incusion and what incuse doubling is, and because of how that was explained.
And scratches across incuse devices.
Oh, yeah.
I get that all the time, and I constantly use the analogy of if you're at the beach and you dig a ditch in the sand and you lay a board across that ditch and you pull that board up, there's going to be a mark on each side of the ditch, but there's not going to be anything down inside that ditch. No marks. That's exactly how scratches are on incuse devices on coins. But Nick, I'm going to go a little bit further with that, with what we were talking about, a little bit further, and let you know, Nick, that you will also be at a disadvantage. And this is going to sound shallow, and I don't care, because it's fact. The prettier you are, the more people, some males in this hobby, the harder it's going to be for you to be taken seriously, because they're going to see you as a pretty face. There are a lot of older
that
people.
must be my problem. Jeez.
It is exactly your problem, Eric. There are a lot of older people in this hobby, and there are some men that believe that are still in the generation of women should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. And I'm sorry, but it's a fact. There's a lot of chauvinistic,
just barefoot in the kitchen.
Huh?
I says it's after the times it's too expensive to have kids, so just barefooting in the kitchen.
It's true. There's a lot of chauvinistic attitudes in this hobby. The younger generation and stuff, and a lot of the older generation are getting away from that too. But you may be exposed to some of those people, Nick. So be very careful and assert yourself, and don't let those people that may be in one of your circles, don't let them treat you like just a pretty face. And I'm just going to leave it at that, because I've been around them for a long time, and I know how some of them can be.
And here's something. We're going into that incuse thing that people don't usually
be cautious
talk about. And that's sometimes you have scratches that are actually into it. And the opposite of incuse is relief.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't even know that term. So I just thought I'd bring that up and say
that is true. Yeah.
Like 55S above Liberty, there's always these indented scratches where they must have polished the actual master die and then made the hub, and then made the working die. And that's called a relief. Anything that stands up above is a relief. Yes. Anything that sinks in is incuse.
And usually when I'm typing out a description for people, I will put incuse, and then in parentheses, I will put like sunk in, or trenched, or ditch, like a ditch. I'll describe what incuse is. So,
but all that stuff is actually caused by a relief on the die.
And that is one of the biggest problems there is with microscopes. when looking at coins that have incuse devices, they do not show up.
My microscope shows it.
But you know what you're looking at.
Well, not
Yeah,
only that, you have proper lighting. Most people don't have proper
Yes.
lighting.
Exactly.
Lighting is your worst enemy with coin scopes.
Lighting, and it's light. You got to have a slight, whether it's 1 degree, it has to be on a slight angle. If you put it directly flat, it doesn't show up properly.
Yeah, I can see her in chat, Red Silver. Oh, you're sweet, Nick. Yeah, whatever, Nick, let me know. There are times when we get pictures, when I see pictures of coins, that I have to actually look that coin up because I haven't, like with the new quarters, the new women's quarters, I have to look that coin up because I can't tell from their picture whether it's incuse or in relief.
Yeah, I've actually been getting quarter questions lately.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nobody to look at quarters.
It can be tricky.
Well, there's nobody. I mean, Wexler's not taking attributions. Dr. Wiles is,
Right.
But a lot of people don't want to spend $10 to have him, shoot them down.
Well, if you watch our show, we have had several of our viewers that have found new.
Yep,
new
I do. I actually do watch your show almost every week.
You have a show?
Oh, I know. We might, but we have had several. If you look at a lot of the
Morning, Chief.
If you look at a lot of the listings that are on Variety Vista for some of the last year's women's quarters and the first year,
I know that Tyler has found a lot of quarter variety.
Mm-hmm. And Dirty Waters submitted one last week that we believe might be a brand new one.
Yeah, Dirty Water finds a ton of amazing things, but Dirty Water also looks a lot.
That I give my email in the stream, and all of a sudden I get 200 questions.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I said I was free of 82D, I literally got 50.
You're welcome.
Last week. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Paula.
I'm just kidding.
Keeps on giving, right?
Sharing is caring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's why Eric, you'll hear him ask me all the time, when are you going to do another stream where you're looking at coins? Because like he's trying to get me to look at some coins because I do need to get back to it. It's fun, and I love.
I'll give you a roll of coins to look at.
Oh, I've got plenty.
She's like, I got enough.
I have plenty. I have an entire box of 60Ds. I have an entire box of 61Ds. Yeah.
She's got a half a box of double Ds.
Yeah, I got enough to make people sick.
I know you do.
And it just keeps happening. Like I said, last month, I literally got 2,000 rolls through the door.
He is anxious stacker. And the thing is he started not knowing really what he was doing either. I have had the opportunity to watch so many people start out from the very beginning doing errors and varieties, not knowing a single thing about them. And when I talk mostly what I'm referring to as errors and varieties, because that's what I specialize in and what we see most on the live coin Q&A.
Yeah.
But I've seen people start from not knowing a single thing to now we show their coins all the time on our show because they're finding amazing stuff.
It's amazing that you see people that there are some people that are just naturals.
Yes.
They find every little thing that is obscurely different on a coin.
And there is that too, Eric. I'm glad you said that because there are different learning curves for everybody.
There is. There are some people that I've seen where it's just like they look and they get frustrated. And my thing is I always say, keep looking when you find something like the double die and the master die doubling. Mm-hmm. When you find a real double die, you'll get it right away. It'll just like smack you and this is what I'm looking for because you can see it. But then there's, like I say, there's people that they don't need any help doing it. They just see detail to an extent that it's like micro detail.
And the concepts, they just get it.
Yeah.
They just understand it and they get it real quick. like the difference between machine doubling and real hub doubling, and die deterioration, and all
Yeah.
of those little things that get people caught up. They just get it. Like, so everybody has a different, and that's a rare occasion. It really is. But everybody has a different learning curve. So
Yeah, exactly. Like, and I know people that have been RPM hunters. I've been doing it since probably the 98, 97, 99. Really got deep into it probably about 99, 98. But I know people that were
bye,
doing it
Nick. Have a blessed day, honey.
before then that they still have a difficult time
Mm-hmm.
finding and attributing RPMs because they
Mm-hmm.
go to a lot of people go, this almost looks like this.
Almost. Yes,
And
I
in
hate that word.
numismatics, almost is not a correct term about anything
Mm-hmm.
because it's an absolute science. It is
And it
or it
goes the
isn't.
opposite way too. It has the die marker, so it must be that.
Right. Yes. And there's a
No.
lot of coins that got relatively
Close.
close
Very
die
similar.
scratches. That's what I always say. They go, well, all these markers aren't there. They don't all have to be there,
No.
but the ones you see have to be exact.
Yeah.
And it will be nice. And that's when you have other tools. Like I start getting into Photoshop and making overlays and stuff like that because sometimes there's no markers that match and they're the same die variety. But that's what, when you find more and more and more and more and more different, we'll call it die stages, you start linking them together through die markers because one marker will be on more than one coin. And then you get the ones all the way to the end where there was none that matched.
So I want to make a point about that real quick, though. And Paula has corrected me on this. Not that I'm correcting you. You know this already. But for the people who are hearing this that may not know, die markers alone cannot be utilized to validate an error. You
Nope.
have to see
variety.
the item
Yeah.
on the coin.
A variety.
Or variety. Yeah, sorry. I know, smack me.
And you know what? There is certain varieties that if I see something on a date, I automatically look in a spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I recognize I have a lot of varieties that are in my memory.
But just because that's there doesn't mean the actual
that's
repunch mint marks
like,
there or that the double die's there. Because they reuse some of those dice, so they'll change dies midstream.
That we've been playing with.
Yeah.
Me and Brian
And they switch out dies.
Yep, they do. In the middle of runs, they switch dice.
Yeah.
For different coins that have the same like obverse and different reverses.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been trying to pair dies up even with non-varieties. And that goes back to what I was just saying. There's a 60p large date cent that has these very unique die scratches on the back of the neck. And when I see it, I automatically flip it over because it's a double die reverse, but that die is also on a coin that does not have a double die reverse.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to don't look for the variety, don't look for the markers.
Yeah.
But when I see that, I just automatically flip it and look at the FG. So I go right to where the doubling would be. And if it's there, I keep it. And if it's not, I chuck it into the junk bag.
Anxious says he loves my info packed shorts.
I like your shorts.
Well, I'm just teasing. It sounded funny.
Stop it, you two. Get a room.
Right.
Hey,
right.
Steve Lapointe was saying that he likes Andy Scheckman.
Andy Schickman.
From Miles Franklin, one of the first he followed in 2012. You know who that name is?
I don't.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Not a clue.
I was wondering. I hadn't heard that name before, and I was like, I want to ask who that is. So, hey, there's a question in chat that I would like you two to answer. Can you briefly explain? Now, obviously, I don't need the answer to this, and I can explain it if you want me to, but I figured it'd be best with you two. Anxious wants to know, what is the difference between a DDO and an RPM?
Ah.
All right. How do you want to do it? Double die is hubbed into the design of the coin when they make the die. And RPM, up until 1989, they actually had a little letter punch that they would take and stamp into the die. So an RPM is added after the die is created, and a double die is created when the die is created. That's the short version.
See, and I would have said it a little bit different. The only thing different I would have said is that the die is still doubled with an RPM. It's just only the mint mark is doubled.
Right, but you can actually have a double die and an RPM.
You can, but both are created. Both happen during the initial finishing or creation.
Before the die is used. Yeah.
Yeah, before the die is used.
And that's why they're considered varieties and not errors, because errors usually happen after the die's already started.
One is a hubbing, double die is a hubbing, and a repunchment mark is a punching.
That's right. That's right. Lots of 57Ds that have 56Ds also that have like class 4 doubling and RPMs. There's some 44Ds.
Amazing.
There's 46S's. I think 46S. That matter of fact, that coin that is signed by JT Stanton is a double die and an RPM.
Love that.
I have. So.
Love that. And that's also a great way to, if you have a coin prior to 1990, so 89 and earlier, that has the exact same doubling on the date and the mint mark, 99.999% of the time it's machine doubling.
That's right.
So
and I always say this with machine doubling,
are created separately.
If it reduces the dimensions of the design, it's machine doubling.
Yeah.
Because there is double dies that have the appearance of machine doubling. And I don't want to confuse people.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot that I've seen that they say that's machine doubling. And it's like, it's not machine doubling.
It's not.
A lot of them are like on the upper loop of the 9 and stuff like that in certain days.
Kennedys have a lot of that, and some of the quarters too.
74 is a good example for that, for the Kennedy.
Well, 74 actually is a huge double die.
So,
am I thinking 72?
Are you talking about 74D on the Kennedy?
Or maybe it's 72. 72 looks
72,
like.
Yeah.
I think 72. It looks like machine doubling.
But there's quite a few. Even at 58D, there's a 58D that looks like machine doubling.
Yeah.
But it is class 5 doubling. So, which is rotated.
Andy Scheckman's a bullion dealer, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Steve and them have been.
Probably why I don't know.
That's
because
why
that's why I don't know.
Guy.
They said he's the one that bought the $50 million order last year.
Oh, and this is the coin I got from Ida's, by the way.
Hang on, I need to look.
What is that? I can't see it.
It is a 10th ounce gold panda.
Oh, beauty.
Gold rabbit or whatever.
It's the rabbit.
Oh, from the St. Jude's?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Figured I'd show that one off.
I haven't got my stuff yet because she's not.
Oh, field. I got you.
She's holding it hostage to make sure I actually come there.
Yeah. Oh, you'll have fun.
Oh, I always have fun. This will be my 3rd year.
You get to dig through the red boxes behind her, don't you?
What?
You get to dig through those red boxes that are stacked up.
Oh, I avoid them.
Why?
Because, so last year we spent a whole day going through those boxes. And at the end of the day, we ended up with like 10 empty boxes and a bag to take back to the bank.
Well, good.
Because none of it was anything to save. And it just, anyway.
There we can get back to a thing that beginning collectors do.
Yes, that's it. That is exactly what.
And I'm all for that.
Yeah.
If you, my
save
goal,
it and come back to it.
First impressions mean everything. So if you see something, chances are you are seeing it. Whether it's machine doubling or something that's worthless.
Yeah.
chances are it's something that's out of the ordinary. But like RPMs, I used to search. I would go get, to the coin shop and they'd have 100 rolls of pennies. And I'd buy all 100. I'd buy all 100 rolls and I'd search them all. And then I'd put them in tubes and I'm going to attribute them later.
Yeah.
And then I'm on my way home from work and it's like, oh, well, I'll stop into the coin shop and I buy another 100 rolls.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I've got 500 rolls of unattributed RPMs and double dies. That once or twice a year, I go grab a couple rolls and I start working on them. But they will never, somebody's going to get a bunch of rolls of varieties because I will never get done with it in my lifetime. There's no way. I mean, I've got probably 200 of those 2x2 boxes of unattributed stuff.
Well, it is the best thing. Like Eric said, if you see something and it looks like you go, that's peculiar, put it in a flip, set it aside, and come back to it later when you have a little bit more knowledge and know what you're looking at, right?
But come back to
don't wait 20 years until
That's
you
right.
have 50 boxes on your shelf.
Right. Don't be me. That's what I always say.
Yeah, that's
but
the problem.
It goes back to what you always say. Usually, what I say, first impressions are usually right. When you see something, and you get an impression like that underweight coin that I saw. My first impression right away was that it was rolled thin because it was all there.
Yep.
Morning, Ink Man. So I just put in chat, anxious for you. I know that you're looking for this. If you want to learn about how to look for errors and varieties and things of that nature, the link that I just put into chat is the American Numismatic Association. And that is one of the ANA.
Yes.
That is one of those that talks about the specifics. It's a 2-hour video, but they go into depth and they talk about all sorts of stuff. Their channel has so much good information on it. Just if you're going to binge YouTube one day and you really want to learn, sit down and do the minting process and just start working through their videos.
And they have topics on everything too. So if you're interested in ancients or classic commems or whatever, they have videos on everything. It's a great place to go for sure.
Yeah, so it's a great resource. Again, if you have issues trying to find stuff, there's a couple different resources you can use. ANA is a great one. Go to livecoinqa.com. Right, they have a really good resource.
We need to update our website. Has not been updated in so long. We need to update.
But there's still a lot of great resources there. There's a lot of good items there. It might need to be updated. There may be new stuff.
There is a tab on there for informational resources, and that is a great page because it does have some good ones.
There's a lot of good information there. Say again?
That when you showed that coin, when you found that coin, that was, if you noticed in chat, I was having a great back and forth with somebody in your chat.
Yeah.
That was a great opportunity to go over like diagnostics, teaching someone how to and that person probably already knew. They sounded like they knew a lot.
He does.
But it was a great opportunity to kind of go do a back and forth with him about why it wasn't a split planchet and why, that was great. And I hope
it was really light. The more I looked into it, 2.3 grams is really light.
Yeah,
it is, but it's a bit heavy for a split planchet.
It's actually, yes, it is. And the striations were incorrect. Plus it had rims on both sides.
Yes.
Usually a split planchet doesn't have rims on both sides.
Yes. Yep. So there's definite.
And it was visibly thin. I mean, it was literally a 32nd of an inch thick.
Yeah, you could get that. If you wanted to send that to Annex. I wouldn't send it to anybody else.
Oh, it's Mickey's coin. Mickey bought it.
Is it?
Mickey Fur? I like Mickey. He's good people.
Not a super uncommon, especially in the earlier.
No, but if that was in one of my rolls, I would keep it for myself. I would
keep it too. I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't send it off. But
and I toss a bunch of die cracks and stuff like that. Unless they're really impressive, I toss them in the junk pile. Usually.
Well, most minor die cracks and die chips are really just die stages.
Right.
They're not really even, and this is also a topic of contention between error specialists. Some believe that it's an error. Some, like myself, believe now that it's just
natural.
a die stage. Yeah, it's just a normal part of
But
the die's life. If
like
it's
everything
not,
else.
yeah, for me, a true minting error has to be something that if the mint catches it, is they would pull that die or something like that.
Well,
Like
and
out of their tolerance.
in certain years, a lot of that stuff would be out of tolerance, but it just seems like there was certain years that they let dies go longer.
But little die
Especially the
chips,
late
little
50s.
BIEs, like the die chips in the 9 and stuff
Right.
like that. They knew those. That they didn't care.
Right.
No, they're within tolerance.
I mean, like you see on the memorial where the right cornice starts deteriorating.
Always on the 80s.
Those dies, when you start seeing the depression going into the field next to the cornice, those dies don't last long. They're taken out of service real fast.
Yeah.
After that. I think it's more of that little depression than it is the die chips. Because that little depression is indicating that there's a failure coming. That's my opinion on it. Because they seem to leave them when there's a die chip. When there's that depression, that piece is moving up. So the die is actually coming apart instead of pieces of the die just falling out.
You see that on the beehives on the nickel, the beehive die chips. They call them the beehives. I think that's what they're calling them now.
Yeah, beehives, and the one that was on Monday was a satellite dish.
Yeah, those start out as those depressions, those weird depressions.
That reminds me of the coin that Frostbyte got one of them. I think I sent you a picture that Lincoln sent that I was calling Lincoln's Trail of Tears. So just think of the money we could get on eBay for that.
Oh, right. Right.
That was great. I don't even know what it was, but it was in the die because we found like 6 of them.
The extra claw is a die chip. Yes, Inkman, that is a die chip. And that is also one where you can see a progression in that. There's an Arizona quarter that you can see a progression in that. Lots of them where you know that the mint, they knew it was there and they just let it continue. I'm sure, I don't even know if at any point they took it off because you don't see any like huge die break there. It just goes to a certain size and then that's it. So they don't always progress to like something that's like a catastrophic failure or anything.
Yeah. I don't know what their inspection rate is and how I'm sure that it's on a timetable.
Yeah.
Unless something catastrophic happens.
Well, and I wonder too I wonder if they have a maintenance schedule for the dies, like if they
that's what I'm saying. The machine runs for 2 hours. They turn it off. They look at the dies. They inspect them.
I'm sure that's probably it.
Yeah, and there's, the brushing is usually because there's like slag buildup and stuff like that in there, debris or gunk. That's Ken Potter's turn. Gunk.
Jackalope says that he has.
Yeah.
Jackalope says he has one of those Trail of Tears from you.
Huh?
Jackalope says he has one of those Trail of Tears. Lincoln
Jackalope has one too. That's right.
I bought one red silver, one of those crown die chips, for $10.
Is that the crossing of the Potomac? The
crossing of the Delaware.
Delaware, yeah.
Those came out real early on.
They did, and they were crazy expensive for a while.
Yeah.
And I think somebody flooded the market with a bunch of them because they've really dropped in price. So you can find them.
They're buffaloes. They were real expensive, and then they were down to nothing. And now I see that they're kind of going back up.
They're starting to creep back up a little bit.
Yeah, they must have dumped the piles and piles of die cracks in the Coinstar.
Hey, Paula, you want to see something? Yeah. I'm gonna make myself big. Steve Lapointe, $5. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate the $5 super chat. Get Andy Scheckman on here. Surfer can help you. Had him on his channel. I'll ask him. I'll ask Surfer. I'm going to be meeting Surfer. Here, check this out. Tiger sent this to me. Can you see it? No, not very well.
Nope.
Nice.
I see it's a seated something.
18.
$50
Yeah, it's
or-
not showing up very well. Damn it. Okay. Can you see better this way?
1860 seated Liberty.
1860 Seated Liberty. Tiger Stacker sent that to me as a gift.
Nice.
That was very cool of him.
Awesome. I
Have
love
you heard about the
seated.
2024 penny air with no VDB?
No,
That
but I
sounds
can tell you that it's probably not a true error.
I was going to say, is that clickbait?
It's yes,
it true?
It's probably either a worn die or an over-abraded die.
Because I've heard of everybody going, there's a great 2024 DDO out there, and I have yet to see any of them.
I haven't seen
been
a DDO
scouring
for
eBay
24.
and-
So I have seen a couple of them posted on Facebook that are just glare, that are just glare.
Right.
And I'm expecting if I see them, they're not going to be like fantastic DDOs. They're going to be just like the extra TY or the extra thick TY.
The thick TY or the
really.
slanted base and stuff like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, yeah, I haven't seen any, and I've been keeping it out because I anticipate the way 2023 and 2022 went that there will be some good double dies this year. I do see that nickels have finally started to trickle out, and that's the one. Last year, nickels were crazy. It seems like there's a lot of class 9 stuff.
I still haven't seen the 2024. Yeah, that'll be neat to see if they get that. But the thing is if the mintages are really a lot lower, like people are saying they are, we may not see a whole lot.
And that could be true because one of the reasons that 2009 was so low in mintages was because in 2008 there was a huge influx of cash from the Federal Reserve, and that includes making money, printing bills and making coins. So 2007, 2008 probably were bumper crop years for coins. And we pumped a lot of fake money into the economy. So eventually they have to take it back. And I think that's how they take it back. They just print less and let attrition take its natural course. Coins go out of circulation, bills wear out, and they just don't print them all to replace them all. So, and that's a pure opinion.
No, I'm right there. Yeah.
But it just seems like within a year or two after any huge, look at the Great Depression, coins were at a premium. They weren't making a lot of coins. So,
all right, folks, you want to see something cool? Oh, you guys might not be able to see this.
Red silver, I don't know about that because there's been talk about changing the composition, but nothing final. So I wouldn't waste your time weighing coins looking for a new composition yet because they're not out there. They haven't done anything. So
I think we'll hear something.
We definitely will know.
Yeah, because that has to be approved by Congress if they change composition.
We will definitely know. I'm sure there will have to be a change in vending machines and things like that. Go ahead. Sorry, Frostbyte. Go.
No, I just showed it. I'm only 2 away
from.
I'm only 2 away from
Where'd
2000.
you show it? Oh, on YouTube.
You got one since in the last 10 seconds. You got one.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Watch this. Watch this. Ho ho ho! I'm going to hit 2,000 here in just a second. That's the live subscriber count. Come on, somebody's watching. You can do this. Please take it.
All of a sudden, it starts trickling down. No.
Yeah, people will start unsubscribing. I hate it when they do that stuff. All right, am I going to get it? Like I told you, it's been nuts. Like the channel in the last 48 hours, I've gotten 200 subscribers. So it's just been crazy.
Somebody's buying them. I'm just kidding.
No, like I really don't know where they're coming from. They're not in the analytics. But again, I told you I'd had like 50 and then I lost 40. I get 60 or 70 and then I'd lose 30. And it was like, where are they going? Like they're not coming back. And then all of a sudden it's been and just, I mean, it's nuts. Here, look.
It stops. It knows.
Yeah, it knows you're watching. Don't watch it.
Look, it's just like crazy.
It does like coffee boiling water.
It's just gone. It's shot through the roof. It's nuts. So I don't know if I've got on an algorithm somewhere or if something's happened, but it's really cool. I only need one more, folks. Come on, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on. But anyway, yeah, I'll leave it there because nobody's going to do it now that I'm watching. They're like, no. And what's funny is none of them have showed up in my features. So I have, there it is. I hit 2K.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now hopefully it sticks.
Now you put
doesn't roll back.
road to 5K by the 1st of December.
That's right.
Oh, that's huge. I'll work on 3K.
With the way it's going, it's going to be road to 5K by next weekend.
Listen, Digging Dave is going to be at 100K and like
He's at
no
100K.
time.
He's at 100K.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see it because I knew last time I
that.
saw he was at 67 or something.
And that's what I said. I think that the vertical
he went from
has something to do with it, and I think
yeah,
that
he went.
it
Absolutely
It
does.
messes with the analytics.
No, it absolutely does. I've watched him go from 40K to 60K in
Best of Waste was the one who put me over 2,000.
doing that
Thank
vertical streaming, and his views have gone. I mean, have been incredible. But if you watch his stream, the people that come into his stream, you can tell they're from TikTok.
Yeah, well, and that's another thing with the way YouTube works. Views aren't what if people are trying to generate income, retention is what generates income, not views.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can have like the green arrow shooting to the sky in views, and your retention time is down. So you're making less money. Because ultimately it's all about advertisement and how much. There's even a couple people out there that I was watching videos on. I don't remember the name. And they explain it. They say, don't worry about the views, but if you want to help the channel out, I don't want anything from you. I don't want no money from you. Just watch the whole video.
Watching videos.
I'll make money from YouTube.
Watching videos is the best way to support a channel.
Yes.
The other thing is
ads.
The ads.
Watch the ads.
Watch the ads. Just turn it on and walk away. Push mute.
Every once in a while, click on one. You don't have to buy anything, but if you click on it, that also gives them extra money. Not a ton, but
yeah. But here's what I'm talking about. So can you see? Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to share this real quick. It's really weird. Share screen. Where is it? So I'll pull this open. I'll show you what I mean. So there's my total subscriber count. But look, this was April 19th. And then.
Does it coincide with your vertical streams?
No, I've been doing the vertical streams since back here.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So that's 2 days.
Yeah. Nice. So this is in 2 days. This is just like, boom.
One of your videos probably got put out into from the algorithm.
Hopefully it's not the one where you say master die.
Yeah, maybe.
But
maybe.
If
hopefully.
It is, chances are the people that are watching don't know what it is anyway. So
that's true.
But I don't want to give bad information. I've pulled a number of things down because I've spoken correctly. I don't want incorrect information to be on my channel. So Paula has told me that it's like, I'm going to go remake that. I'll hide the other one and I'll redo it because I don't want bad information on my channel. I just don't. And so when she does this, I mean, ask her. I've pulled down.
It not being on the master die is one of the biggest reasons why it's not an RPM.
Yeah,
There you
because
go.
the master die is what prevented us from having a lot of those.
So that was the only reason why I said something on
Yeah.
that one, because that was kind of important.
Well, and again, there's those little things where, and you're trying to cram in a bunch of information into a 50-second video, and you're speaking
Yeah.
very fast. It's really easy to do that.
Well, that's like I always put the disclaimer out.
That's exactly right,
my
Steve.
my nomenclature is not the greatest in the world. I am familiar with it and I know what it is, but me saying it, I don't say it all the time. So half the time I just say it's a little die break, which is correct, but it's actually not the right term. It's probably a chip or, you know,
Yeah.
but I just say it. But I do always say that. I'm kind of like the hillbilly numismaticist.
Well, you know what I would love to see someone do
What's that?
is do a short and then link it to a video where the information expands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with that with your RPM video, Frostbite, link it to another video where you really go in depth into explaining what RPMs are and maybe the directions, or
Well, and a lot of people do that.
some are
They'll make a
rotated.
video and anything even related to that video in their past, they will put it in their playlist underneath. They'll make playlists for it.
Right.
I mean, my future plan for my channel, because I'm going to do something called Eric's Nonsense, where
I know, that's awesome.
I take pictures. I've got probably another 1,000 nickel, dime, quarter, $half dollar varieties. And I'm going to make shorts. So maybe people can look up on YouTube to find die markers and stuff for these coins. Just another, source of information for stuff like that. So that's what I plan on doing, but that's time too. And right now I have no time.
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah. I mean, I really literally probably spend 80 to 100 hours a week working on die varieties. So if I'm not working on somebody else's, I work on mine because it relaxes me. My brain won't turn off if I don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the only place I have where I can act like I'm smart.
You are smart, right?
No, it's not an act.
The rest of my life is like picking boogers out of little kids' noses and wiping butts. But I get to be a little intellectual.
So are you like grandma or nana or?
I kind of, yeah, I'm grandma.
Well, what do your grandkids call you?
Oh, grandma. I insist on grandma. I
right.
insist on that. My grandkids call me grandma. I earned that title.
I was grandma and grandpa, and my dad was like, I just let them call me whatever, and then usually one kid picks a name out, and then all of them use the same name.
Yeah.
And for my dad, he was Papa. But
well, a couple of them started out calling me Mama. But as soon as I corrected them at every stage. No, I'm grandma. Say grandma, because I earned that title. I'm grandma. I don't want to be some cutesy little Nini or Nini or Nana or whatever.
Well, I'm a Poppy. I actually kind of like it. And
then
I found out
that's
that
fine.
Somehow in Spanish culture, that's grandpa.
Oh, really?
Poppy is grandpa in Spanish.
Greek and stuff like that. Yeah. Poppy is grandpa.
So
I hear it like as a slang thing. Yo,
my daughter.
Papi.
Well, the way it started was my one granddaughter, she didn't speak real clearly. And my one grandson called me Papa, and then she had two papas. So it was Papa. I was Papa E for Eric, and the other one, I don't even remember what his name is. Was Papa, and she said Papa E, and it sounded like Poppy, and then all of a sudden it was Poppy. So,
I don't know what his name is.
Nana Bloom. There we go.
Nana Bloom. I'm grandma.
Great Granny Bloom.
Congratulations, Red, Silver, and Jackalope. You guys are my two winners.
Congratulations.
You each have won an ounce of silver for me hitting 2,000 subs on this stream.
A free oven mitt.
I can send you a free oven mitt. I definitely can do that.
It's like Ida. Oh, you want a heated eyelash curler.
Victoria going, I want it.
I know. You have your choice. 1 ounce of silver or a heated eyelash curler with a Chewbacca keychain.
That's hilarious.
So send me Jackalope and Red, send me an email. There's my emails in chat. You can send it there. Let me know. Claim it. Send me your address, and I will get those out to you. I'll work with you on a couple different options. So I'll let you guys choose kind of what you want, and then I'll get those off in the mail tomorrow.
I see your road to 2K went up to 1951 on your YouTube screen.
Well, but that's the thing. So this is where this isn't actually like, I'm wondering again, so are they coming from the shorts side? Because the short side, if it is, it's not updating my analytics. My hours are not updating. And again, a lot of that stuff on the shorts end, they don't count towards long format hours. So I get that. But my subscriber counts don't update here because that I've already hit that goal. There should have been, fireworks and all sorts of stuff happen on the screen when I hit that goal. It didn't happen, which is all good. I don't mind. It's one of those fancy things that just doesn't happen. I'll take this road to 2K thing and just bonk there. It's by goodbye, right? Because I've already hit it. It just doesn't update. So there's just some weird things going on with YouTube that I just can't explain. But it's all good. But I appreciate all you guys' support. I really do. And Paula and Eric, coming up and doing this pretty much week after week.
Love it.
I love it. I look forward to it every week.
I really appreciate you guys doing it. I have a lot of fun in this stream. We laugh a lot in this stream. So
you have a lot of great people that come into your chat that ask great questions and are just a blast to be around. So.
And I love this stuff anyways. I just love talking to people about coins.
I do too.
So Robert Pentoff said that was absolutely funny moment, just what I needed, a heated eyelash moment. I'm going to make a short of that.
Heated eyelash.
And then I'm going to tag Ida in it.
Yep.
And then I'll tag it back to this video so I can appease Paula.
There you go.
She almost snorted.
I almost snorted.
She almost snorted.
So
for the folks in chat, are there any things like, and I appreciate Anxious, thank you for asking the question, right? And kind of starting and getting that stuff on. Does anybody else have any topics or any questions? I mean, seriously, Ray.
I'm going to go grab some coffee. I'll be right back.
All right, Steve, you have a great day. Thanks for coming in and spending time with us, bud. I appreciate you.
Good morning.
Do I have 2 instances of OBS at the same time? No, I have 1 instance of OBS and 2 instances of YouTube. But it's just, I'm running it through one OBS. I'm not running multiple channels. Now, for this over here, this is an inlay of StreamYard that is not streamed. It's actually just a local side. And that's how I'm getting my panel into the OBS.
Screen capture on that?
Yeah, I'm just capturing the screen for StreamYard. So.
Oh, the zoo is woke up.
Yeah, my zoo is going to be waking up soon. We had to take our dog to the emergency vet, and our local emergency vet didn't have a vet yesterday, so I had to drive 50 miles to go to an emergency room.
Oh, no. What happened?
She had a UTI.
Oh,
she's like a 9-pound miniature dachshund, and her legs are literally an inch off the ground. And like the vet says, they run that thing across everything.
Yep.
And they lick stuff and then lick that. And so it's not uncommon. It's actually very common for them.
I know. I want to come back as a dachshund and a male dachshund in my next life.
I saw a YouTube video with that. A short. I was like, damn.
If I could do that, I would never leave my house.
Like, how do you walk? But so yeah, we were at the emergency room until 4:30.
Good Lord.
in the morning, and that's why I was going to suck it up and work on the floor real hot and heavy, but that's when I made the executive decision. I got a reveal tonight, and I've got to have my bearings on me. I can't be like I did a reveal where I was like beat tired, one of the few of them back, and I just wasn't myself. I didn't feel like I was myself anyways.
Yeah.
And
Anxious Stacker, I'm real curious to know where you heard about that. Real curious.
It's a major error. I haven't heard about it.
Well, it's not. Yeah. It's probably either the die was worn out or it was just abraded away.
Jackalope, I got your email, bud. Thank you.
Coin channel. Yeah. Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, just by you telling me that it is not a major error, and it is probably not even an error. Immediately,
that dude's a moron.
Stop watching that channel.
Block that dude. That dude's an idiot.
That is a horrid channel.
All right, there actually
Hey,
is
what's going on, Ant?
And there was
good to
one
see you,
on
bud.
eBay, and the guy actually has it listed properly. 2024P shield penny, no VDB error, severe die deterioration.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
that is
he did call it a double die. It's not a double die, but it is die deterioration.
Yes, but die deterioration.
Actually, it's not die deterioration.
Error.
So if he called it
properly,
if he called it a DD, technically it's right. Die
because
deterioration.
It's very lightly struck all the way across the rim.
Hang on, I need to see that. I'm gonna go look at it.
That coin channel, dude.
What do you have? What did you type in? 2024.
Hey, what's going on, Rock Solid? Good to see you, bud.
VDB.
No.
And yesterday I picked up an 1865 over 1865 over 6 2-cent RPD.
Okay, into the private chat.
Hey,
yeah.
Okay.
Guys, listen. Shush. Ant said yesterday he picked up an 1865 over 6 2-cent RPD 002.
Ooh.
Pretty.
Love the 2 cents.
Yeah.
I do too.
You know who's really good with those?
Great one up at the fun show last year. And
that's a hell of a find, Ant.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
need to see
Ant wanted it too, and it was like
I just didn't you know what? Money. That is just grease.
That's or a light strike.
Yep.
I can't see the coin enough to
that
know that
is
it's
grease
greaser.
On the die.
Oh, that Coins TV dude's bad too.
So that is grease on the die, and if that guy coin channel or whatever dude knew what he was talking about, he would have said that.
What's up, me?
And that is an error. That is an error that can happen on any coin.
It's on the reverse and obverse.
Yes. Yes, and the shield cents are notorious.
It could be. What do they call it? I never bought in much about the alignment strikes.
So here, no. Oh no. Okay, let me tell you about die adjustment strikes.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't believe that stuff.
You cannot prove it, Eric, unless you are there when it happens.
That's what I'm saying. The way
cannot be proven.
Are created. I have a lot of like an engineering background. Mm-hmm. They're not created while there is adjustments on them.
Yes.
They're designed under specifications that basically they'll strike pretty good no matter what.
So they also call them trial strikes. They are so unless
I think that's
there,
more of an operational.
It is an operational thing, and unless you are there to see it happen, there are other things that cause weak strikes. It cannot be called a die adjustment strike because there's only one. There is only one of them.
Well, me with the $25 super chat.
It cannot be proven. But this coin, you can tell. So there are lots of shield cents that have this grease.
Sure.
And it has a certain cloudy appearance. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah, the way I'm trying to see is they don't have a good image. Oh, they do have the back of the reverse.
There's a full coin picture.
What happens with grease, especially on the shield sense, is it works its way to the outside of the devices.
Yes.
because that's being smashed.
Yes, and it is the point of least resistance.
So you can see the reverse. They don't really have a good picture of the obverse, except for the head, where he's saying it's got a doubled earlobe, which I don't see.
Can you pull that up real quick?
It's in the comments. It's in the private chat. The link is.
You want me to share it?
I don't see that. Oh, hold on. There
Want
it
me
is.
to share my screen?
Yeah, share your screen and I'll pull that up. Me just dropped a $25 super chat. Says me wins. He just blew up the chat boss again. Thank you, bud.
Here's the YouTube video, and it looks like it's the same coin.
It's down below.
I got it. It's up.
That is Greece.
Yep, down here.
That's
All
Greece.
around.
The one that's on YouTube is the same coin. That is the exact coin that they are referencing on the YouTube video.
Yeah.
And that description, severe dye deterioration, double dye, is not a thing.
Right. But
yeah,
my thing was with the no VDB, when I first looked at it, I was like, wow, we're actually close here. He's not, you know what I'm saying? There was not a lot of misleading about the VDB being abraded off the die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The one thing that I would say is unusual about this is having grease on both sides.
It's actually not, though, Eric, on the shield sense. It's quite common.
And I don't look at a lot of shield sense.
And I think that's because of the vertical, because of the new striking, you know.
That's true. I mean, I guess those presses have all been changed since.
Yeah, it's the horizontal presses now.
Yeah, the mini presses.
And I think the grease just drips down and gets both thighs.
So are you looking to see if you can see the bottom of that?
So there's the reverse. So
I'm sitting here trying to steer.
Yeah, you can see that weakness up at the top.
Yes. Well, it's kind of all around. It's that when you see that kind of cloudy looking appearance.
Yes. That is a good indicator.
Mm-hmm.
Even on a copper cent.
Yeah.
You'll get, it will put because I think the grease was different. I think the grease they're using now may be more of a synthetic type. Whereas the grease they used in the 50s was that real thick hair.
Mm-hmm. It's grease. More viscous now, I think.
It's thinner. I think it
is that thinner viscous? Does
50
viscous
strikes and it melted away. Yeah.
Whereas
the stuff back in the 50s, it would literally be there for, I had a whole roll of 54S. Almost every coin was struck through grease.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Some of it was 80% of the coin was struck through grease.
And it can move around on a die and be in different places.
And it does. But that was the neat thing is I actually linked the migration of the blobs heading towards the outside of the to the rim. You could actually see the blobs moving in certain coins. I took pictures of all of them. I've got like a picture, like I think there was. Let me see how many coins there were. Let me find it.
So anxious stacker, though, my point is, no, I understand that. And my point is that guy, the fact that he appears he tries to come across as he knows what he's talking about. The fact that he didn't look at that and know, or at least research what it was and give correct information, that's where my problem comes in. Because now he's telling people to look for a coin that there may only be a few of them out there, and it's not a major error, like a grease. In fact, that one is pretty minor when it comes to grease dyes.
Yeah.
When it comes to struck through grease, that one's pretty minor.
And you know what's going to happen from that? What's going to happen from that is people are going to see worn down coins and think they got the same thing.
That is unfortunately what's going to happen.
Because people are going to look at this and they're going to see that. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. People are going to be buying things that look like that are just worn down coins. It's not even going to be the same thing. And they're going to get ripped off by a bunch of these scam artists who are on these different channels saying that they got something that they don't actually have. That's the unfortunate, sad part about people like this coin channel dude who don't really know a lot about coins, but just
Yeah.
run his mouth. They'd find out enough information to do a quick short. They put their face up there like, you can find this.
Oh,
They're
man, what did I
clowns.
do?
They're clowns.
Mhm.
And
I was going to write
they
an
get
article
likes,
about
but
this,
yeah, they're
They-
just clowns.
and I can't find those
And
pictures. I know
people
they're
end up
on here.
overpaying for stuff. People end up overpaying for stuff that they shouldn't be, and that is one of my biggest pet peeves.
Yeah. So
is
you want
seeing
people like that on
stuff
your
like this.
advertising
I mean,
crew.
I have no. Yeah,
Sorry,
and
go
I
ahead.
have
You
no
know what?
problem
I
people
got,
looking for stuff like that. I mean,
I got no problem with them selling it.
if you
but
like that,
put it
look
up for a
for
buck
it.
or something.
Yeah,
It's still 100% profit.
yeah.
Well, yeah, Dan McCumber's like hype
Mhm.
man. Yeah, exactly. Now here's the thing. Okay. If you are clear about the fact that you
There
are
they
only an entertainment channel,
And say what it is.
right? And just say what it is, but it's like, hey, this channel is satire. It doesn't matter. People are watching this. They're not reading the description of your channel. And it's like, well, I'm not giving them all the information, but you can find them and they are there. And I just look at whatever's on eBay and then I just post it because it's there. So because it's on eBay, I can say it's there and sell it. And, well, if it's up to then that's up to them. They're the one who posted it wrong. I'm just relaying what's on eBay. Well, then you're an idiot because you're passing on bad information. Take time to do due diligence, do your work. Like look and actually, so if I was to create, for instance, I just created a video regarding the blood bar. If I just got up and stated what I thought it was, and some people went out and spent hundreds of dollars not knowing that they're actually buying something that's only collectible, it's not actually, there's no real extra value in
here's
the
a good
silver
one.
itself, then they come back and they're like, well, I tried to resell this 10-ounce bar and they were only offering me $300 for it. Why in the hell did you have me go buy a $500 silver bar? Well, do you know what it is? No. Well, what justice did I do them? Right? How did I help them? How did I benefit them? Don't. And so channels like that drive me nuts. There's another one that Paula knows and knows them personally. Mr. Comfy Dude, that's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Who, great guy, really neat guy, just runs his mouth and has a production. That's all it is. I don't want to be that
Has
person.
lost his way.
And
has
it's
lost his way.
chasing money. You're chasing the dollar.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
here's
want
one
my
good
channel to grow,
research.
but I don't want to do it on the backs of people who have to learn the hard way and lose a bunch of money. That's not what I'm about. I don't want to do that. So again, I get really frustrated and I do this combating, misinformation because it sucks. I mean, I have had people in this community who have called me and said, "Hey, Frosty, I got this coin. It's really cool." And I look at it and I'm like, "How much did you spend for it?" $150. It's
Yeah.
cleaned.
Mhm.
Oh no, it's not clean. No, it's clean. You can see the scratch marks in it. Here's what you're looking for. Kind of break it down. We pull it up on Numista. We find the coin. It's a $25 coin.
Yeah, and most of the time it's like it's a decent coin.
Yeah. And so, but
Decent
he
enough
paid,
that if it hadn't been
It's
cleaned,
tight.
it would already be in a slab.
but he paid 3
Yeah.
times as much money as he should have for it. Because again, it's one of those things that it's just like, man, I saw this from somebody. Well, who are they? Where did you buy it from? Well, whatnot. Great. Did they have a description?
whatnot
No,
thing,
they
I
didn't
would-
have a description. So you took it based off of their word. I mean, like,
I was
oh,
working on
don't
that
do
last
that,
night.
folks. Right? Buy from trusted people. Now, there are some people. I think Ant's still in the stream. Yeah. Don't chase money. Make money chase you. Exactly, Ant. So Ant does streams on whatnot. Okay, 100% unequivocally would trust
Ant
buying
does
something
streams
from
on
him.
Whatnot?
Doesn't he?
I don't know.
Doesn't Adam do that?
Adam, I thought you said
Adam
he-
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adam. Sorry, wrong Ant. Sorry, Adam.
Adam.
Blue Ridge Silverhound, Sean. Right? If I saw him and I've actually bought from him there, yes, I absolutely would trust it.
But
If
both of those.
But
people-
Sean has a big following and he gets people that really overpay for stuff. Here's the thing
Yeah.
that Sean does that people don't realize because you can't control that. You know,
No.
you can't control when people just bid and bid and bid and bid and bid. People are bidding on Sean's stuff a lot of times because of his name. And so they're buying a Blue Ridge Silverhound coin.
Yeah.
Sean will pad those sales. When people overpay for stuff, he adds things because he knows
Oh, he's done it to
that
me.
they have
Yeah.
overpaid. So he will pad those purchases. But yeah, I mean, you can't, there are things that you can't, and I'm defending him, and he is my friend. I'm not just defending him because he's my friend. Adam doesn't get the same thing. He doesn't have that problem. He a lot of times sells things for way cheaper than they should go for because he doesn't have the name Blue Ridge Silverhand.
But the thing about both of them is they list their stuff 3 days ahead of time. So
They
you can go
do.
into their listings and you can actually see if there's anything that interests you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if not, that way you're not, I mean, that's, I say, I was laying in bed trying to wait for my ibuprofen to kick in last night. And
Yeah,
I you know, when I was watching the Coin Show broadcast, Coin
Yeah,
podcast,
I love those guys.
so I'm just lurking on Whatnot, and I was shocked. But the good thing is there was a lot of coins that were going. You could tell, just like people were disappointed that they weren't getting more money for them. I think the word is out that buyer has to beware on Whatnot for sure.
Yep.
Because a lot of these people, I mean, even bidding on Whatnot, I get scared of it because you can sit there and it can say $1 and you hit the button and all of a sudden it's $300.
Yeah,
You know,
you have to
because
be
they've got a
careful.
bunch of people hitting that button, raising it up all at one time. And that's scary to know that it will go like that.
Sean does do a lot of teaching. He gets a bad, so with a lot of the older guys like Ken and them, they love him. They not love him, but they like him and they respect him. But they also will say stuff like he's one of the clickbait channels and stuff like that. Well, he is, in a sense. He does use clickbait. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't have a problem with a catchy title.
No, absolutely
what I have
not.
a problem with
There's
is
nothing
the
wrong with
clickbait.
clickbait.
No, I as long as when you click on that, your video has the information that
It
backs
truly
up
is not
that title.
clickbait. Clickbait is
Right.
something that says something that's not there.
Right.
So as long
Yeah.
as the content is there, it's not clickbait.
He gets lumped in a lot of times with the channels well, I'm not going to say him because Frostbyte's channel, but anyway, he
No,
gets
go ahead,
lumped
say it.
in.
Right.
Say it.
Well, with the couch collectibles and with the JB coins, and of course JB coins is BB coins.
It's
now
not
because
JB
Jay,
anymore.
I
Yep,
guess-
because Jay went to
yeah,
jail.
he's in jail or something.
Yep.
What
But
the heck happened there? Yeah.
oh well, he's a wife beater. But anyway,
I did that.
There was a lot more than
But-
that. He was
yeah, a
a
lot more.
trickster
And
and a
with the
fraudster,
coins
and yeah,
channel, coin channel
it's unfortunate.
TV
That was
or
unfortunate.
whatever that guy's channel is. With all the clickbait channels, he gets lumped in with them. And it's unfortunate, and there's nothing he can do about it. People get their mind set on something, and that's all there is. But if they actually click on his videos, they'll see that, like somebody said something about his Monday market report, that it was all hyping up prices. Well, his
No.
Monday market report is the actual prices. Like
They're
it
right.
is
He's
the
taking
market.
information off of eBay and just conveying it to everybody.
Yes, it is what the market is doing.
Yep.
It is
Now,
factual.
Right. My thing with the Monday market report is, but he does usually do stuff that is mainstream to the most part.
Mhm.
So it's actually kind of accurate. So that's why I say I don't think it's clickbait at all what he does.
Yeah.
The only stuff that Sean does that I would consider clickbaity is the pocket change stuff. Now,
But
he
that's
gives
a lot of
the
people-
information, like he tells you what it is and he walks you through it. But he's
But
what he's done.
Those are actual sales. Those are actual sales.
Right, and you
But
can
but
find most
but
of
then,
that
let
stuff
me
in
finish.
pocket
Let me
change.
finish. So what he's actually done is he's taken the trend and made it where there's good solid information backing it. It's the only reason I don't have a problem with it. Because if you look at like the Coin Channel Tube or whatever his name is. There's no positive information behind it. Like he doesn't actually say, like he goes to YouTube and he does the sales. Okay, great. But how you're talking about the error? Well, what does he know about the specific error, and how can he state that what is it exactly, right? Can he? Oh, well, this is the error that he. Okay, well, great, fine. What are you actually saying about the coin? Nothing. Blue Ridge will actually walk you through, and then he'll explain to you what that is, and then he'll break it down. That's the only difference between a couple of these channels, is that he gives you that information.
Coin
Right?
Vault TV.
That's
Now, if that's the guy that actually kind of knows his stuff too, but kind of doesn't care, right? There's one of these guys that does this coin TV stuff that is actually pretty renowned for his knowledge about coins, but he doesn't use it on that. He sells coins.
So you're talking about Tamaska.
Is that who it is?
Or no, not Tamaska. Oh gosh.
Coin Channel, Coin TV.
No, he
Mark
is
Tamasco.
talking about he actually no, he's the guy he's talking about actually worked for the mint. Used to punch mint marks into the dies.
Oh, is he the dude that got busted for
Nope. No, this guy didn't get busted.
Sorcerer Stan, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Yeah, I don't know his name. I don't watch him. I just know that there's a guy out there that is really good at it.
I've got a slab with his name on it. Is that the same guy?
Yes. Mercari. No, Mercanti. I don't know.
You've only got 15 seconds left.
I know.
No, I've got a slab with his name on it.
I phone a friend.
Right.
I want to phone a friend.
Phone a friend. I've got a slab with his name on it because he alters the coins too, right?
Alters coins, no. Not Dan Carr.
Paul
There was
McKenty.
just some guy. I was in a conversation with somebody, and they were like, "He's selling all this stuff."
I can't think of his name.
It's like not fair. And then they go, "But ultimately, he actually knows what he's talking about. He's just not using that part of his brain."
Hang on a second. I'm going to tell you right now. Coin week. Oops.
So is that true, or because I've just heard about it, like I say, in conversation with people.
Sorcerer Stan just took a bite out of me.
That the guy actually knows his coins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
yeah.
He's more of a better salesman than he is in a mysticist.
Is it John Mercanti?
Yes, Mercanti.
Or Paul Mercanti? I can't remember. I think it's John.
No, hang on. I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm sure that's who it is.
Yeah, Anxious says Mercanti. I've got
I'm going
well, him and Carr. Him and Daniel Carr both are those. But Daniel Carr's for a different
Carr
reason.
is different. So Daniel Carr bought a coin press from the Denver Mint, and he makes coins. He makes, they're not really coins, but he does like overstrikes and things like that.
Yeah. I've got one of his Morgans. One of the Morgans that don't exist.
Yes.
Boy, that's an interesting thing. Chuck bought a counterfeit Morgan collection.
That dude,
it got all sorts of stuff in it, like 1921 CCs and stuff like that.
Well, the one that with the 1909 the cent collection where he had the 58S. Right? I love those things.
Yeah. But yeah, he was helping a friend of ours in his coin shop in Illinois, writing up a collection buy. And the guy had these, I think it was like 64 Morgans. And they were all fake. He says, they're all fake. And then Chuck says, but I would be interested in them still because he collects counterfeit coins.
Mm-hmm.
For informational purpose. But when he got him home, he's like, have you ever see this? And he sent me a picture of a 1921. I said, well, it's fake. And he flipped it over and it had a CC mint mark on it. And then he says,
Oh,
out
that's
of
funny.
these 32 coins, he had 2 sets. They were 2 exact the same. Most of them were mint marked with an O or a CC, even dates they didn't manufacture.
Yeah, there's so many. Now there is
And they were decent fakes. That's the bad part, is they weren't terrible. But of course, you know for sure when it says 1921 CC.
Yeah, freaking awesome. Just go to the top and click on the link and it'll take you to the other format. If anybody wants to be in the other format that they're in, at the top of both of those chats is pinned, so you can go to portrait mode or you can go to landscape mode. You can go to whichever one you want.
It is John Mercanti.
It is John. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he was an engraver and a designer.
Yes.
For the mint. Yeah, and now he's doing like TV sales, coin sales on TV. Yeah.
Well, and there's a couple of those that coin TV or coin whatever that channel TV. Ringmaster Ray. Ray, are you still in chat?
He was he was commenting how it made him sick to watch it. And I got no problem with them selling sets
Coin
of 50
Vault
stake
TV.
quarters.
Coin Vault, that's exactly it.
Yes,
Yes.
that they're going to be valuable someday, because they're probably not going to ever be valuable.
So Ringmaster Ray and I are actually going to do
target.
Yes, old people like me.
Those people target the elderly who are sitting at home hoping to leave something to their children or their grandchildren, and paying way too much for crap.
Right.
Ringmaster Ray and I are going to do
do
something on that specifically. We're working on discussing how we're going to do that, but we are actually going to break that down and we're going to talk about that. We got some great examples. What's up, Just a Dude? How are you? Yeah, because that's something.
My son made me breakfast.
He sent me some images of some stuff that they have on there, and it's ridiculous that they're trying to sell a $200 coin for $10,000. And I mean, it's just horrible.
That, or they do, the coins of World War II, and they have a silver war nickel.
They've all been replated
in a steel cent, and they're selling it for $35, and it's literally $1 worth of stuff.
Well, not only that, but they're replated, right? They've been redipped in zinc. They've been redipped in whatever else. They've been lacquered to make them look shiny again. Yeah, they're horrible. They're horrible. And so, yeah, but him and I have talked about that just a couple of days ago, matter of fact. We're going to be breaking that down, and we're going to be kind of doing some stuff on that because it's uncalled for. It's horrible.
Yeah. It's gross.
Yep. It is indeed.
What's really sad is when those people pass away and they leave this stuff to their family, and then the family goes to sell it and they find out the truth. That's what's really sad.
Well, they spend thousands of dollars that the family could have used on something that's worth crap. Yeah.
Because they're sold a lie. Because not only do they overcharge for these things, but they talk them up. And they say these are only going to go up in value. Huh?
If you're investing in coins for money and you want to give it to somebody, go to a reputable coin dealer and buy a $1,500 coin.
Yes.
Because the $1,500 coins rarely go down in price.
Well, but here's what they do. So here's the gamut. This is how they do it. A lot of these people, and I'm not saying every one of them, but a lot of these people are pretty much homebound. They don't get out. They may not have a lot of people, right? They're sitting there late at night. They're up by themselves. There's nobody around.
Well, chances are they're up at night because they're taking pain medication.
They're lonely, or they're taking a sleep medication like Ambien or something like that. There are a lot. It is a proven fact that people will shop when they're taking Ambien, and they'll buy crazy amounts of stuff.
Or they're drinking, or they just have old brains.
Yeah, and so but there's a lot of different reasons that they don't do it during the day. right? Because they want to target those people who are up late at night and those people who are insomniacs and they can't sleep and they're bored and their minds are running. And they get in there and they just go through and they beat and hammer the same thing over and over again. And they do things like, and if you're not buying this, you're foolish.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I
So
don't
this
want
is
to be
gonna be-
foolish. Oh my
this
God, I
is
don't want to
this-
pass up a
we-
good deal.
We made 10,000 of these sets, but at 10,000, these are bound to be worth a fortune in
Yeah,
20
right.
Yeah.
years when they're using coins that had a billions of them made.
Hi, Elle. How are
And
you?
They have the famous wooden box. The famous wooden box. They put them in a little fancy little wooden box that means nothing. So keep an eye on your elderly relatives and people that you know that
Yeah.
you know.
I
Keep an
like
eye
it
on
when
them.
that's right.
If you're gonna buy something like Frostbyte said, if you really, or Eric said, if you really want to buy something as a future investment or to pass down or whatever, buy the key dates. Nice key dates, because those will never, the mintage will never increase on them.
That's right. And then they rarely
Yeah.
go down. They usually
Yeah.
always go up.
Yep.
Don't buy a bunch of $30 coins. Buy something, save your money and buy something really good.
Classic commemoratives, just beautiful coins that they're not going to make any more of.
Red Silver's pushing buttons. I watch Coin Vault when I'm bored.
I gotta say, I've watched
He likes
it
comedy.
before. I've never even been tempted to buy anything, but I've
Not
watched
me.
it.
See,
Not
I
me.
won't. And the reason I don't, and again, folks, this is just my
Well, I haven't
opinion.
since I haven't had cable TV,
Okay.
but when I had cable TV, I watched it.
I don't watch it because it boosts their algorithm. And the more people, even if you're negatively, here's what people need to understand. I'm going to leave them a bad mark. I'm going to leave them a thumbs down. It doesn't
Not
matter.
me.
It still counts as engagement. And the more engagement that they receive, the more it kicks that algorithm and the more that their stuff is forced out. If you want to keep these folks off the air, don't watch it. Don't watch it. The more you watch it, the more you talk negative about it, the more that you push down. There's a guy who's absolutely an idiot who talks about this chip in these freaking Type 2 Eagles, and I will never, ever, 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 ever mention his name because I'm not going to promote the moronity of the dude. I'm not going to do it because it's going to add to his algorithm and it's going to go on. Why would I promote the people that I'm trying to combat? I don't want to do that. So quit watching it. Stop watching it. You're feeding to that algorithm. You're feeding their ability to grow and blow up and do that. Stop.
I just
Just stop.
it's not good for my health.
No, we're not watching a video. You're watching me live. I thought it was old April Fool's jokes. Now, and again, there's a lot of, this is a short live stream. Well, actually, this is a short, long live stream on your end. So Deslogic, if you want to watch the other one, go back to the top, click the pin, and it'll take you to the other side. Yeah, this is if you're on your phone, and if you're on your computer, on a tablet, or watching TV, click on the link and it'll take you directly to the other one. We've only got a couple of minutes left because I'm going to send everybody over to Coin Crew. I need to grab some coffee, use the facilities, say hi to the wife, go pet the dog, go for a little walk. I'm at 2024 already.
Nice.
I don't understand it. It's crazy. Just blowing the hell up. So
Set a new goal. Set it high.
I mean, I'm gonna have to, because it's just crazy. So
Well, everybody have a great day. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And thanks for having me up. And Eric, I'm so glad you showed up today.
I'm
Yeah,
glad I
thank you,
showed up
Eric.
too. We'll see y'all next weekend.
See
hope you get
guys.
feeling better. Bye. Thanks to you. Take
Bye.
care.
Talk to y'all soon.
Hey, appreciate you, Eric, a lot.
See ya. Bye.
All right, folks. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with me today. I can't believe that the explosion in the subs. Thank you all for the support. I really do appreciate it. Please do me a favor. Again, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. I do appreciate you. I want you to do me a favor. Okay. Now I'm going to be doing a little bit later. I'm going to have a members only live stream. So if you're a member, probably about 7 o'clock tonight, be paying attention to that. It's going to be very short. It's going to be in the short format just because I'm going to be on my phone during that time frame. So bear with me on that. I know it's not something that a lot of people like, but unfortunately, it's just how it's going to be. But I'm going to be talking about kind of the direction and some of the stuff that I want to do. But here's what I want from the people who are still watching. If there is something that interests you, okay, you've seen that I love to do the storytelling and I love to do that kind of stuff. If there is something of interest to you, if there is something you really want to see, if there's information you really want to know about, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to send me an email and let me know. I want you to post something on this stream or another stream and say, Frosty, I like where you're going with this, but I don't understand this concept. Talk to me about this. Because ultimately, this channel is about you. This channel is about helping you engage in this hobby. Understand what you need. How can I guide? How can I support? And how can I bring people on that will help give you the information that you need? If you want me to get bigger names on here, you want me to try to get Uncle Sal to come back up for an interview, you want me to get Silver Seeker, you want me to get some of those folks, let me know. I will do the work to see if I can get some of those folks to come on and talk about specific items. But I need your guys' feedback. Tell me what you want to see, and I will do what I can to provide that. Again, I love what I do here, but this channel is for you. And so please, 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 if there's something you want to know, let me know about it. Okay? All right, folks. Well, take care. Be well. Be blessed. Love you all. Thank you for all the support. Again, the super chats are rocking. Sorcerer Stan, thank you so much for the super chat. Steve looking for silver, thank you again as well. I definitely appreciate you. And I will see you. I'm going to be putting Coin Cruise link. If Ray's still here, Ray, if you can throw Coin Cruise link in there for me. Let's get that up there. Lee Hell, thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out and spending time with me today. It's been awesome to see you in here. Let's get Coin Cruise live auction. Let's get that set up and notified. Where's the, oh, I hate this goofy thing. Why do they hide this? I don't like this new format. YouTube, if you're watching, like they'll watch me, they need to take that goofy thing out of there. Okay. Let's put in Freaking Awesome. Just threw it in there. Thank you, Freaking Awesome. There is the link to Coin Crew. Please make sure you do me a favor. Go check them out. Again, I try to always stream into them, but I need a few minutes. So again, thank you very much for joining me today. And again, if you're a member, please make sure that you come by, watch for the live here about 7 p.m. tonight. I'm just going to make it quick, maybe 30 minutes, and I'm going to talk to you about the direction of my channel, and we're going to talk about what I want to do moving forward. But since you guys are members, I want your guys' direction and input. All right, folks. All right. Well, be well, be blessed. Thank you so much. Love you. And you know what? I